pork recipe is going to be the greatest. We used to have pulled pork all the time when I was a kid. My mama would make it. She had the best recipe. And the good thing about it was really budget friendly. And the pulled pork I'm making tonight, the whole 6 pounds of pork only costs $10. So you can make a huge meal for under $10. So let me show you how I'm going to make this easy recipe.
Here are my ingredients. My 6-pound pork roast. I've got olive oil, chicken stock, salt and pepper, and my spices. Now I'm using some pre-mixed spices along with extra garlic, onion powder, and red pepper. Use your favorite blend. Mine is a Moroccan blend which contains ginger, cardamom, paprika, cumin, cloves, cinnamon, allspice, cayenne, bay leaf, orange peel, brown sugar, sea salt, and black pepper. Now take your slow cooker and put 2 tablespoons of olive oil on the bottom. Next, you'll add your pork. You should cut your meat into pieces to allow it to cook more evenly. This pork roast is great since it makes several meals, or you could use it to serve to a large crowd. Our next step is to add a teaspoon of onion powder. I have this mixture of garlic and red peppers that I'm adding. I got it from a local farm. Then you'll want to add your favorite spices. I'm adding my Moroccan mix. This will be about 3 tablespoons. Now you want to add about a teaspoon of salt. I always use kosher salt. And by the way, I just love my electric grinder. It makes life a lot easier. Now let's just add a half to 1 cup of chicken broth. And now we're ready. Just cover it and cook it on low for 10 hours until it is tender and easily pulls apart. Wow, does that meat look good or what? It is cooked to the point that it is fall apart tender. Now what we want to do is take 2 forks and just pull this apart. This is coming apart nicely. If you can't get it apart with using the forks, then let it cool a little bit and just pull it apart with your fingers. Now, meanwhile, I'm going to let my liquids from the slow cooker cool down and let the fat harden. So I'll put this in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to remove that hardened fat from the top, and then I'll make my sauce. That meat looks so tender and yummy. I can't stand not taking a bite of this. The flavors are awesome. Now as you see, the liquids on my sauce have hardened, and it makes it just real easy to just scrape off the fat off the top and discard it. Then I'll have the juices that I can use to make my sauce. Now you're going to want to put those juices in a saucepan. Look at all those delicious spices and flavorings from that pork roast. And now I'm going to take my favorite barbecue sauce, happens to be Sweet Baby Ray's. They don't know that I love it, but I do, and I'm going to add that. Now you use your favorite sauce. I'm going to use a total of 28 ounces of my barbecue sauce. I'm going to stir that together and let it start thickening. I'm going to boil it down and reduce it by about 1/3. So you'll want to have a good boil on this. Now it's time to add the pulled pork. Let's stir that in and let that pork absorb all of the delicious barbecue sauce flavor. Now while we let our pork and barbecue sauce heat, let's take our iron skillet or a skillet and toast our buns. So I'm just using regular hamburger buns and spreading a little butter on them and putting them in my iron skillet over medium heat. Okay, so let's put all of this together. So there's a bun and we top it with our pulled pork and sauce. I'm going to make 2 different sandwiches. I'm going to make one with slaw and one without. I'm actually using an apple Brussels sprout slaw, but any slaw is delicious. If you do want to try my apple Brussels sprout slaw, I have a video on this where you can follow the recipe. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now I'm going to serve my pulled pork with potato chips and a dill pickle, but there are many options for delicious sides. I also like potato salad on the side or a good pasta salad. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching, and come back again for future videos.